Hello everyone and welcome to my video. Today I'm gonna talk you through my Andromeda pour, which took me 3 times to do after I was satisfied with the result. This is the first try of the pour. I had an idea in my mind and I tried to make it. In the end I got there. If you want to know which colors I used, they're down in the description, and later in the video I'll show you exactly which brands I used, which colors I used in the whole pour. I'm showing you both failed pours because maybe you can get some tips and tricks from that. Maybe you make the same mistakes and then I'll show you how to do it better or change something up so that you get the pour you want. In this pour I added some white paint because I wanted to lighten up some of the darker blues and the purples and the black, and hope that would work. I also used bronze instead of gold in this one, and I didn't like that end result either. Instead of using white, you can lighten up a color with white that is already in the painting, and that will help a lot more. You'll see that in the end. In the third pour. This is where the white cells are popping up, and I didn't like that at all. It was way too much white on top, way too much messy, muddy white cells, and I didn't like it. I did like the parts with less white in it or no white in it at all. That's where I got like the beautiful multicolor cells, where the bronze came up, like in the right and the top left. I didn't like the pink at all in it, so I scraped it and started over again. This is the second pour, and I shouldn't have done this pour because I didn't have enough paint at home anymore. I should have bought more. My floater was almost empty. I emptied it at this pour, and there's not enough paint in the 3 cups, so it's gonna be horrible and very stretched out. As you see, there's not enough paint on the canvas right now. It's way less than I normally would do. This was the result I was going for though. The more darker colors and more bronze popping up. My paint has a bit of a thicker consistency, so it's really hard to stretch it, and the cells are getting all wobbly, and you can see how long it takes. I even sped up the video so it looks like it's going fast, but it is not. This was not at all what I wanted, so up to the last and the best pour. First I'll start by showing you all my favorite colors and the paints I used in this painting. They're also down below in the description. This color is white with Prussian blue, and I'm showing you here the consistency of all my paints. This one is the phthalo blue, the deep turquoise with white, purple, deep turquoise, Then I have the metallic turquoise. It's a bit thicker because it's a metallic. I have a video on how I mix my different paints. Just click the I to find the video. This is the Prussian blue, which is my favorite. It's really dark blue. And then the gold. And of course a bit of black in there. I didn't add white to this one. I used the white to dilute or lighten other paints, because that's what I wanted the white to do in the first pour. So now I don't have white in my painting at all, but I do have the light colors I want. I start with the gold because I want that color to be on top. The one you pour in first always, or most of the time, comes on top. Then I go for the dark color like Prussian blue, then I do a light color, then I do a dark color again, then I do a light color. I try to make a bit of a contrast in my cups, so you get more contrast in the paintings as well. Also, I have 4 cups now. Normally I would do 3 full cups, but now I do 4, and I have a bit more paint because I want to make sure I have enough paint right now. And I also want a bit of more movement on the canvas, so not too many straight lines. I want it to be like curvy and roundness in it, and that's what you get if you have more paint, because it moves a lot more on your canvas. As you can see, this is finally exactly as I wanted it. The cells are really small right now, so I know I'm going to stretch them to make them bigger. Don't forget to put something underneath the big canvas, because there's no support in the middle, and otherwise you get a dip in it because you have more paint on it, and you want it to like stay level. First I move the weight of the paint, so most of the paint to one side of the painting, and then I like to like zigzag and pull it back and up again so the cells keep their form. But I also want like the swirls in it, because I have a lot of paint on the canvas. You don't want too much on there when it's drying, because if you have too much paint on there, your painting will burst, the paint will crack, and it's not the result you want. Parts I don't like I pour off, but don't forget to keep an eye on the whole painting and always move the painting back again so the paint moves back to where it came from. That's how I get my perfect cells. And this is the end result. I'm so happy with it. I think this is one of my best paintings so far. And in this video I show you that it's not always easy to get what you want or to get what you have in mind. It's always trying and seeing what you can do different. If you have to take something out, do something less or do something more, it helps just to keep on pouring. And don't worry about scraping it if you don't like it, or pour over it when it's dry. That's the way you learn, and that's how you get the best results. These are scans I made from Andromeda. You can order them in different shops, all are down in the description below. If you like the painting, it's available in my Etsy shop, also in the description below. And I hope you like. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. It's much appreciated.